last week been like?
Obviously disappointing, but can't do anything about it. So just got to get over it.
Yeah.
Off-season with these cars. This is really the first off-season teams have had the cars. They're testing them, developing them. You actually know the rules package, right? Largely. Is there going to be any gains that teams can make with it, or is it kind of is what it is? Because it's just farmers by car.
I mean, I don't think the time's ever going to stand still. I don't think that just get enough smart people in the room. I mean, it'd be silly to think that we've optimized this car in the first year. There are some smart teams and computers and manufacturers to figure out how to make these cars go fast. But ultimately, it evolves over time. We continue to evolve setups and ideas that stay within the rule book that will make these cars faster next year over what they are this year.
Stupid question, but so everything is kind of largely spec, right? How do you make it faster if you can't really develop it or tweak it, that kind of thing?
You make it faster through the driver. You make it faster through setups. Those are things that aero sensitivities, things like that.
Denny, so fans this week after digesting Ross's move were like, could Denny Hamlin have seen that coming when it did happen? You weren't able to look and see it happening. Could he have sped up? Is there anything he could do, right? And you're the only one, even though we logistically can look at it and say that, but never saw that coming at all. I mean, as it's happening.
No, definitely not. I mean, I am certainly at peace in the last 4 years in a row. There's nothing else I could have done to win a championship. I mean, we performed great anytime we've been below the cut line. We performed fantastic. It just, we were just unlucky. I am the black cat of death. That is for sure.
Your crew chief told me that.
Yeah,
He said,
I mean,
Denny looked at me and said,
yeah, I don't know what else. It's just one of those things where, I just don't know what else. I'm thinking through 3 and 4. I'm in a good spot. Don't knock into the 6 and spin out because I knew I was 2 up. And when you're 1 up, you at least kind of got a little bit of reservations. You're like, is there a manufacturer or a teammate in front that maybe you could get a spot? When it's 2, it's less easy to fabricate a finish. So I felt pretty good about 2. But obviously, it is what it is.
Have you had any conversations with Ty Gibbs as obviously he's driving your Cup Series cars and was quickest in Group A here. Have you had any conversations with him in the last week, just as everything has developed?
As regard to?
Just in terms of the controversy that's surrounded him over the last week since Martinsville.
Yeah, I've talked to him. I talked to his parents, and obviously, it was very disappointing that the outcome and how it all transpired. It's certainly not something that I think anyone in JGR was very happy with. So, I gave my opinion on it. And, the thing about it is that I told him is, I've made a lot of big mistakes in my career, and I continue to make mistakes, but I always kind of listen to the other side to get educated from the other side of why it was wrong. I think, at times you can look at it and say, and I think for a little while he thought it was just about Brandon Jones, but he needed to be sit down and educated on why it was wrong from a bigger perspective, from Toyota's perspective, from the shop's perspective, from the team, the crew guys' perspective. There's just a lot that goes into it that, when you become educated, then you start to understand why, we don't want him to feel bad because he's being told he should feel bad. We want him to feel bad because he understands the totality of it, and I think that that's part of the growing process. As long as you educate yourself on why, what you did was wrong, then you can learn from it and move on. Otherwise, you'll keep making the same mistakes if you don't get told, why it was wrong.
As someone who's you're going to be teammates with him next year, presumably, does it give you any cause for concern of, hey, this has been my teammate, who's going to do that to his teammate?
No, I don't think so. I think that he was just a young guy, really caught up in the moment. He's just not put the big picture in his brain.